Hi and welcome to Tony's E-Cig Stuff, and today we're going to be doing a review of the Velocity RDA 2. Don't tell anyone, it's a secret, okay? Let's go down and see what it's all about. Okay, and the first thing you're going to notice is this is a clone. I don't usually buy clones, but I thought I'll have a go, hence no box. So let's see what's in the baggie. The RDA itself, pretty well wrapped up. Okay, we'll come back to that in a moment. So let's see what we got in the bag. Wow, there's a blast from the past. Silica wicks. You see them? Does anyone still use them, I wonder? Nice. A little bag of spares by the looks of it. Let's see what we've got in there. Get them out. Nice. The old Allen key, essential bit of kit. Some spare O-rings, as you can see. Another O-ring. A chuff cap. Oh, there. Might be a 510 adapter. I'll have a look at that in a moment. And some screws. Let's have a look here. Spare screws, yeah, for your Velocity post, I would have thought. Put them there. And this is what I'm interested in. This is, I don't know if you can make that out. That is a squonk pin. Yeah? It's like a 510 pin, only it has a hole, as you can see, possibly there. It's got a hole running through the centre. A bit of close up on that. There's a hole running through the centre there, so it allows the juice to come up on your squonker. So that would just, it's got a thread on there, you can see. That would just screw into here. You'd remove that 510 pin, screw that out, and this fella would screw in the bottom. And so it's got a little tiny hole at the bottom here, which goes through to here, which allows it to become a squonker. So let's just open this up. In fact, I tell you what, that's a nice big chuff cap, that, and this must be, yeah, this screws in, and then I would imagine that'll allow you to put your 510 in. So 510 adapter, that's what that is. Let's take that out, and there's your chuff cap. Yeah. Okay, let's take it apart. I think it just screws apart, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, well, it actually screws so far, then it pulls apart. Rightio. These are the air holes here. You've got these big Cyclops type holes. One there, one there. And then you notice here, these little dots. Dot holes here correspond with these holes here, so you've got, how can I put it, a variety of ways to get your airflow. I mean, you can sort of close them dots there, holes correspond with them there. So if you were to put it like that position, you're blocked off all the little holes and you'll just be using the Cyclops. However, if you line them holes up with these, you then have your little holes and the Velocity. So your little holes and the cyclone hole. Then you could sort of twist them round to have them partially open, etc. I think you get the drift. So basically these little holes and the two big Cyclops holes, playing around you can get different airflow, whichever way you want to. So it's a case of just experimenting to see what suits you best. Yeah. So as I said to you, at the risk of repeating myself, just pull that back a little bit. These little holes here go with these slot holes here, so you can sort of line them up, push them down and create more air along with the cyclone or the Cyclops holes, or you can block them off completely and just rely on the cyclone holes. Right. Okay, I've opened it up, took it apart. Let's have a look what we've got inside. So you've got your velocity style posts. These are ideal, know for they're working on the 2 post design, the velocity post design. They really are. It makes building a dream, a breeze if you like, very easy. And then you've got your juice well, which is fairly deep. Just try and mark that off there. Where my finger ends on that screwdriver is how deep that well is, you can see, yeah. So it's pretty generous, that. Okay, as you can see here, there's the 510 pin that's on the bottom. Now this can be removed and you can put this squonk pin in, yeah. And you can use it for squonking. Okay guys, I'm going to put a build on this. You've seen me do builds before, they're pretty straightforward, so I won't go into that on this video. If you want to see how I do a build, you can go to one of my previous videos, the Merlin. There's a build on that, and other videos I've done have got builds. It's all pretty much the same principle. So I'm going to put a build on it, and I'm going to go back up top. And I'm going to try it as a straightforward RDA with that 510 pin in there. And then I'm going to do a version with the squonking pin in. See how it works as a squonker. Okay, we're back up top, and I've got the Velocity RDA 2, and I'm using it in its true form as a dripper. Now, what I've shown you down below, when you're putting this top on, obviously if I can take it apart to show you, when you can see inside there's a little groove and a little line on the outside, and that corresponds to a little point on the actual dripper. So you line that up when you're putting it back together, and it locks in place, yeah? Now, I've got this, the Cyclops holes wide open, and also I've got the little tiny holes wide open as well. Now, what I forgot to mention before this, if you don't use the velocity holes, you can just screw that right the way down, and you're just left with the little tiny holes, yeah? But I'm not going to do it that way because I like to have big airflow, so bear with me. I'm going to set this the way I like it. So there you have it. I've got the 2 velocity holes wide open, and I've got the little tiny air holes open as well, and I'm using the chuff cap. Now the build on this is 0.26 dual cantho, and I'm going to be running it at 40 watts. And it's a 60-40 mix e-liquid in there, which is 3 milligram. So let's take it for the taste test and have a toot on the Velocity RDA 2. Let's do Professor Vapes. Not bad. Plenty of clouds, bags of clouds. Yeah. Well, that's spot on. As RDA goes, I mean, it's a clone. Don't shout at me, I don't usually use them, but I thought I'd try one. And I don't know what the real one's like, but the clones happen to go by. The real one must be a belter, because that's a belter itself, that. Now, also what I said down below was I added what you call a squonk pin. For people who don't know what that is, it turns the RDA from being a dripper, where you drip the stuff into being a squonker. Now, I'll show you a bit more about that in a moment. I'll come back and I'll put the squonk pin in this, and we'll squonk as opposed to dripping. So I'll see you in a moment, guys. Okay, I'm back, and I've set it up as a squonker now. I'll just take the top off here. Now, with a squonker, this bottle here feeds the liquid up through the base of the RDA instead of conventionally dripping it. So I don't know if you can see anything in there. I might spill something, I'll have to be careful. If I squeeze that now, you might see the juice coming up. Possibly. If that worked, great. If not, you just have to take my word for it. And once again, don't forget, line up the mark with the mark on the edge there, yeah? And I say once you've lined it up, I've got mine set up and I'm going to use the wide open cyclop holes because that's the way I like it. 1, 2 and the little tiny holes as well. So 2 little squirts on that. Make sure it's all juiced up. I'm going to go squonking with the Velocity RDA 2. So let's take this for the taste test and the tooth. Blimey. Bags of clouds. And you know what? I know the juice that's in this, and you know the taste is fantastic. Not just getting loads of clouds, but the taste is spot on as well. And this is only a clone. I don't usually do clones, but you know, I say don't have a pop me. But I thought I'd have a go. I got it off eBay, reasonably priced. I can't tell you anything because of TPD, you know the script now. But would I recommend this clone, this Velocity RDA 2 clone? Well, I can't because of TPD. But you know what? I bought one. And you know what? I made up I did. And the versatility of this, as I say, you can have it just as an ordinary RDA, or you can have it with the squonk pin in, and on the squonker, this is the Kanga squonk box starter. Pretty reasonably priced, this outfit, and it comes with its own squonker on, but I've put the RDA, the Velocity one on, and I've got to be honest with you, this works better than the RDA that come with the squonker. So if you've got one of these, little tip from Tony's top tip for today, get yourself one of these fellas. Remove the existing RDA that came with the Kanga and put one of these on. Because I've tried both, and believe you me, with this one on, it works a hell of a lot better. Let's have another tooth. That is great. The taste is phenomenal, like, you know. And I say with squonking, if you want to go out and about in the pubs, when you're squonking and you want to get the dripper experience, you know, use the dripper, with a squonker on the top, stupidest name in the world, with a drip tip that's got a squonking pin so it can squonk. It's a crazy squonk. You get the satisfaction of going out with a tank because it's no inconvenience, because when this dries up, all you do, squeeze the bottle at the bottom a couple of times so you can see that. And that'll juice the wick in there. So it's pretty convenient, you know, when you're out and about. That's amazing. So the thing with the Kanga starter nano box, it's a static power. In other words, when you press that button, it's always going to be 60 watts. There is another Kanga that's come out, which is you can control it and all that, but that does the job for me great. I can't fault that, you know. So hopefully, guys, this has been helpful and informative. And if it has, leave your comments down below. You know, if you've used the Velocity RDA 2 as an RDA dripper and as a squonker, and let me know your experiences with it, you know. And don't forget to click on the subscribe button. Come and join me, you're more than welcome. And at this point, can I just say, I'm overwhelmed with the amount of people that have subscribed to the channel. Honest to God, guys, you make this worthwhile. I'm doing it so you guys benefit. And when I see them subs going up the way they are, and people who've stayed with me all the way through, and the new guys who've joined me, fantastic. Thank you very much. It means an awful lot to me. So I'm going to love yous and leave yous, and I'm going to have a final tooth on the Velocity RDA 2 clone. And I'm going to love yous and leave yous. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Can't fault it. Taste is magnificent. Bags of clouds. Bags of clouds. So thanks for watching, guys. I know I'm repeating myself, and I'll see you all again on the next video.